I found a bunch of ube on clearance at Buford Farmers Market. So I'm making a sweet potato pie with ube potatoes today. I actually boiled these ube potatoes the night before. It took about 25 minutes and I just made them fork tender and then peeled and mashed them together, and I made the rest of the pie the next day. If you haven't seen my pie video yet, I made a quick pie dough recipe in another video, so feel free to go watch that video. I'm taking that pie recipe and multiplying it by 4 because that recipe is per sheet. So unlike my pie video, I'm going to need water in this because despite all of the butter being massaged in, it still isn't balling up so that I can't clean up the bowl. Maybe I had wet hands when I was doing this, but we'll just add in a little bit of water and keep massaging it so that I can get it to ball up. See, we're getting close right here. So now that we've got the dough cut, I only have 8-inch pans. So I'm gonna roll these out into 4 sheets so I can get them all into the 8-sheet pan. So now we will make the filling before we cross hatch it. So this is the ube that we had boiled yesterday. I also peeled them already. So we will just throw this in. Look at that beautiful purple color. First thing we're gonna do is throw in 1 stick of butter. I let this go to room temp just so that it's easier to mix in. From here, this whole process gets much easier with a hand mixer. It doesn't need to be nice. I got this at a garage sale. So this looks pretty good here. I feel like I can't get any smaller on the butter. So from here, most sweet potato pies will have sugar. I'm not gonna do sugar because I'm gonna do something to be able to make it look way cooler later. We are adding 2 eggs as a binder for all of this. So now that the eggs are in, you see it's not as strandy of a potato, which is gonna be better for the pie itself. Personally, I would have liked some bigger chunks, but whipping it is easiest. So now we are back to our pie crusts. So what we're gonna try to do here is put a layer of condensed milk so that there's a nice clean line coming across. We'll see how that goes, but that's the plan. From the looks of it, I don't think we're gonna get that clean line, just because the filling is so mushy. We're gonna go condensed, and we're gonna do another thing of condensed right here. I'm gonna try to spread this around. Because the plan is to go disc, I'm gonna try disking before I put it on. So let's see if this works. Yeah, something like that. So again, we're gonna try disking right here. I think we made just enough filling. It's funny, I have a game plan every time I start a video. That doesn't mean it goes as planned. Now, with the help of the spoon, we're gonna try to spread it out and cover that condensed milk layer. So for the lattice top, we're just gonna roll this out. So this one doesn't look great, so we're gonna put it on top of the bad one. We're gonna basically create these edges by pressing the two layers together and try to heal some of the holes I've already made. Then, just to try to make it pretty, we're gonna do this whole pinch thing. If you're not doing a lattice top, don't forget to create holes for the venting. Lattice top take 2. This time, I'm gonna make sure to puck it. All right, that looks as puckable as possible for the Mutta pucks. And then from here, we make cuts. Oop. All right, so we're gonna go the longest one. Excuse me. Longest one across. Oh, too long. And then another longest one across. Oh, these are super thick. And then we tuck this under here. Tuck the next one under here. And then we keep doing that. Poop, poop, and poop. Looks like we can use this. Same thing. Tuck it over here. And then tuck this under here. Boom. Lattice-ish. So now that we have the lattice here, we're gonna pinch the dough together where it's connecting. I'm tucking it under the lip here because the dough will rise a little bit. So now that's tucked, we make it pretty. Just hit this right here. And boom, that is your ube sweet potato pie. So we've got the pies here. Judging by how this purple is bubbling up, my guess is that layer of condensed milk did not work out. So this actually ended up looking prettier. And then I also forgot to drop the baking from 425 to 350. So the crust is a little burnt, but I'm pretty confident that the filling is gonna be great, and we can always just chop off or not eat the crust because it smells like popcorn right now. Given that it's a lattice, I'm gonna cut it perpendicular to it so that I'm not bringing the lattice with me. All right, here we go. Moment of truth as I decimate the thing. All right, look at that. The condensed milk definitely did not stay as a clear layer, but it is nice that it's coming out as if I tried to make a line. Here we go. Time to test it out. That is a 10 out of 10. You should definitely make it. Don't burn the crust like I did. I think this hits the not too sweet Asian compliment because I didn't do any sugar in the filling itself. All of the filling is just potato, egg, and butter. So it's not too sweet. All of the sweetness is coming from the condensed milk and a little bit from the pie crust. Honestly, the burnt end is not bad. It doesn't taste burnt. Large margin for error. But this is awesome. 10 out of 10. Make it again. Don't forget to drop your oven. Peace. That's fire. That's fire.